Welcome to our sorority, Kappa Nu.
How's it going, everybody? Today I'm reviewing Neighbors 2, starring Seth Rogen, Zac Efron, Rose Byrne, Chloë, Grace Moretz, and a few more. And it's basically the follow-up to the 2014 film Neighbors. And I was really looking forward to this one because I did like Neighbors. I liked it a lot. And this one was good. It just wasn't quite hit the heights that Neighbors got to. This movie's about Chloë Moretz, and her and her friends are tired. They're fed up with the whole sorority thing. They can't throw their own parties. It's an actual rule. And they've decided that they want to branch out and create their own sorority, and they move into the house beside Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne, where they're trying to move out. They got 30 days, and they need to keep it. Got to keep the impression up that it's a good neighborhood, good house. But these people move in, chaos ensues, and we have our movie. That's a very similar premise to the first film, which I was expecting. I didn't expect anything super reinventive of this film, but I really enjoyed it for the most part. There was a couple moments, especially with Chloë Moretz and her friend group, that just didn't quite hit the heights of the first movie. You can't help but compare it to the first film because they are sequel after all. And I don't think Chloë Moretz and her friends worked as well as Zac Efron and his friends, even in this movie for that matter. I enjoyed the stuff with Efron and Dave Franco even more in this movie than Chloë Moretz stuff, just because, first of all, it was building off of stuff what we've seen last time, and I just found it funnier, even though Dave Franco has a very small part in this film. That being said, though, there is funny moments with Chloë Moretz and her friends as well. They just don't compare to the jokes that you hear from even Seth Rogen or Rose Byrne, which was probably my favorite parts of the movie, was when they were cracking jokes and doing crazy stuff in this movie. Going into it, I was almost more excited to see Rose Byrne's character than it was Rogen's character, because she was hilarious in the first film. I loved her in the first movie, and she's great in this one as well. Rogen's always great. Efron's great, especially with his interactions with Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne. The chemistry's all there. There's a couple like really funny moments, ones that are almost like they take you back a little bit, and you're like, whoa, they went there. They really did. But at the same time, it's just the way it's delivered and of who's delivering it that makes it work. And it's like, okay, it could have been offensive, but because of this, it really isn't. So there's just a couple of those moments. Again, there's some recurring gags from the first film that carry over to this one, which were funny as well. It's not necessarily a spoiler. I like how I believe the first Neighbor started out with like a sex scene right at the beginning, where the baby's like looking at them or along those lines, and it's kind of the same way. It opens up with a sex scene, which is again just a funny moment right out the gate. Again, really funny throughout. Not quite as funny consistently from start to finish than the first one, but a funny film nonetheless. Some over-the-top parts that are kind of borderline unrealistic happen in this film, but again, it's kind of forgivable because it's just the way the movie is. And yeah, just again, there's minor gripes just with Chloë Moretz and her friends, but overall, enjoyed the film. And for that, I give it a movie rating of a 6.5 out of 10. Not quite as funny as the first one, but still funny on its own. I could recommend you guys check this one out. As for my enjoyment rating, I give it a 7 out of 10, just because some of the jokes that do hit really hit home. Just kind of missed the mark at some parts. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on Neighbors 2 if you've seen it in the comment section below. If you like the first one more, if you like the second one more, I've heard some mixed thoughts on that, so let me know. By any means, it's not a bad comedy sequel, but there's that. Anyways, let me know your thoughts. Again, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos each and every week. That is it, and I'll talk to you all later.